Hello, if you're watching this video, it's highly likely you know what the Awdry Extravaganzas are. So I'll just briefly say that it's an event where the Tallyclyn Railway celebrates the legacy of the railway series, as well as including their own engines. I arrived on the Friday and immediately began to film some trains with my new fancy camera. Thanks to Curtis for recommending it. After testing it just the day before, I was ready to go. Although, as you can see by the interesting choice to zoom out a bit late, I was still experimenting. Ah well, gets the crap shot out the way.
You're going on first and then 3 will end up coming on top of you. So you're going on the road and then 3 will go on.
It didn't take long until I met my friends at the railway. Looking at an idiot.
Oh gosh, the Brendan. Hey,
Throughout the days, as always, engines came in and out with passengers. They then returned. Get filled up with cold and water. Then get ready to head out again. Something specific to the Awdry event was the fan tables and tent, where fans would bring along the things they had been working on. I was terrible at finding out names for these things, but if yours appears in this video and I haven't credited you, let me know and I'll put a credit in the description. If your own project doesn't appear in this video, then please don't get upset. I was too busy talking to friends or filming real trains to see too much of the fan stuff. At Wharf, there was George, aka Thistledown, who was the real-life inspiration for the character, and its original owner was none other than Teddy Boston, a close friend of Wilbur Awdry. And Duncan/Douglas, who just about made it, albeit only 2 bits of him. These two really helped make the wharf complete, so that there was something to see within every part of it.
Clean out the house. Clean out the house.
This year, we were lucky to get a chance to see both the old and more historic engine faces and some new ones made just for this event, including some truck faces. This year also saw some brand new visitors at Wharf. Along with the trucks, there was Mike, formerly known as River Mite, being taken around on a flatbed, and Duke, formerly known as Parmesan Cheese, I mean Palmerston, who had their own stretcher track.
What would you say
It's a good thing that there were so many visitors, because this footage of Fred, moving about is the only one I have, as after the Friday, Fred went kaboom and lost his gears. Not wanting to get spoiled on Twitter, actually no, fuck that one, me and my friends made sure we got an exhibition slot on the Friday. Here, engines, figures and locations galore were shown from the original model show of Thomas the Tank Engine, which are all borrowed from the Mattel archives and Neil.
Love to go around.
Oh wait, yeah, he would be.
Oh, it's running.
You would be.
It's running. That's Max. My guess is all of these nails yeah, I'm guessing they also volunteers.
This is the top
Now, Timmy, perhaps you can explain why you feel the need to kill.
Well, you see, it started when I had to bang on the head.
It always does, dear. Hatch, my boy. No, not the claw! Not the claw! Ah! Fuck it, I tried. Seeing new props is always brilliant, but it was also interesting to see how props I'd seen before had been restored over time, such as Duck, who I saw at Butterley. One of my only regrets of the event was not asking,
"May I have a turn?"
with a Wharf-scale Thomas. But at the time, I thought it was just kids who were being allowed to do it. Oh well, there's always Awdry 2035 or whatever year it returns. When we went in, there was also a replica Stanley being taken about. Apologies once again, as I don't know whose it was.
There he goes. There he is. Tries to look happy, but
That's a good thing.
oh wait,
I love it so much.
Said anything else, I'm done now.
Alright then, get out.
That wasn't Fred. That wasn't Fred? Yeah, Fred doesn't have. Fred doesn't whistle,
close shave anyone? Even for people who didn't manage to get a ticket to see the exhibition, there were still some people figures decorated around the museum for people to see. Even if not all of them looked happy to be there.
Voices, Peter, you can do it, no? That's fucking mine.
Hello, Daddy.
That's chink.
They were rusty.
Speaking of things I was fortunate to see, there were the lectures. We'll get on to my favourite one later, but for now, here's a brief clip from Friday. The rest of the footage might be an additional video. I still need to figure out if that's okay to do, etc. But yes.
Mr. Awdry, sir! Mr. Reverend Awdry, sir! I am a railway fan. I go to school by train, collect train numbers, and frequently reread your books. I need 3 for the set. Gallant old engine, very old engines, and Duke the Lost engine. I've lately bought the map of Sodor. It's very interesting. It helps me understand the stories as well as confusing some. You put the big station with the glass roof at Tidman on Duck's branch line, and according to the map, the main line ends at Thomas's Junction at Knapford. But look at the last pages of Thomas the Tank Engine. And by the way, what are the light blue lines? What are the light blue lines?
On a Saturday, Albert and Jerry were revealed. Can't say I remember their characters as they were just models made by Awdry for his layout, but nonetheless, they looked great.
Peter Summers smashed his face.
I knew it was coming. It was just loud noise.
To be fair, we're closer than you.
You forgot to take it off? Yeah, did you forget to shed them? You forget to take the thingy bomb off? You know, like, yeah. Don't ever lie to me again, lad. You know, I know where you live, I know where you sleep. I do, she sleeps on Windows side.
I thought you said Windows.
Wanting some more interesting shots, I headed up the line.
No! Oh, I just now realized it's a loaded passenger train, is it? Oh no, that's why I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones Fred was supposed to take. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Your fault, that.
oh no. Oh, it smells really bad. Oh,
It
that
does.
smells.
It stinks.
Man.
Hence
I
why.
thought I
Steam
was
train
missing
better.
out back at home.
Speaking of surprises, Ian McHugh also turned up at the railway, and it was great to chat with him.
Oh no, it was a short that only came out as a short, but it was the snowplow.
Dustin.
Dustin. Is it Dustin? No, I don't think
The red one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dustin.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Canadian one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was. I made again.
I have spent most of the day just filming Duke.
It's alright, you like Duke?
Understandable. Honestly.
Were the Ballista Twins Isledale or Sky? Okay, yeah.
I can't believe we could be casually walking down the road at the end of this.
I know.
Oh, hello, Duke.
Alright.
You taking a video or photo?
Yeah,
A video. Good morning. Hi, Dad. Morning. He speaks with that high-pitched voice.
Yet another surprise was Andy's cameras that took him 3 months to build. As someone who had to work on the bastards for a video, Andy's cameras are really good and detailed. At long last, it was time to get on a train to go up the line, where I made sure to get some shots for my TR Around Britain's Railways episode, which will be coming soon. Hopefully.
Well, I do hope you enjoyed your breather there at the exhibition this week.
The Saturday night entertainment was my favourite part of the whole thing. Firstly, there was a presentation by Daniel Long.
Is the story of the early days of preservation on the Tailfin Railway. Each story draws an event which really did happen. On the Fat Controllers Railway, that meant that whatever happened happened to some engine somewhere. In 4 little engines, these events happened to an engine here.
Awdry's narration of Scarlo remembers.
The Fat Controller had sent Edward to the works to be mended. The other works, Edward noticed a narrow gauge engine standing in an open-sided shed. That's Scarlo, he thought. What's he doing there? He remembered Scarlo and his brother Renias, because in the old days he had often brought passengers who wanted to travel up to the link in their little train.
Peter Salmon, a refreshment lady, and
Old Faithful. Thank you.
The handle stayed shut up for several days.
which always feels special. We don't usually get to hear an author's own idea of how the story should sound. It's the definitive narration. Not forgetting, of course, as I'm sure you'll have seen, and if not, you should check it out, was the live-action adaptation of Sir Handel. Everything about it was brilliant. The cinematography, the humour, the animation, I can't fault anything about it.
Story 2, Sir Handel.
The only way I can think of how they could do an entire book adaptation even better than it is to have a different style for each story in the book. You could have the storytime style, a model railway filmed adaptation, a stop-motion adaptation, and finally, another live-action adaptation. Obviously, it would take a lot of work and time, but even without a different style per story, I was still entranced the whole way through. Next was a showing of The Adventure Begins on the big screen. The only film I've ever seen on the big screen was BWBA, so it was fun to see another Thomas film on the big screen. I wasn't a huge fan when everyone sang the songs, but I found my own enjoyment anyway.
If you need help with a situation, who comes into mind? He's the one.
Next was an interview with Ian McHugh about why the Adventure Begins was made the way it was, and some thoughts about the future of Thomas the Funny Train. Lastly was Awdry's narration of Thomas the Tank Engine before a farewell.
Thomas was a tank engine who lived at a big station. He had 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy tail.
To this evening event, we have one more day of celebrating left, and as this is the last Awdry Extravaganza for a while, please, let's make tomorrow the best day yet. Have a wonderful night. I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow.
This was my favourite lecture I've ever been to. Again, there might be another video with some full clips, but I need to check first, so stay tuned in case. On the last day, I made sure I got a ride in tune, as well as filming him a lot while waiting in a queue.
And every building you can save £50 per person. That's £200 for a holiday tour.
My last ticket for the day was the Talking Train with Tim Dunn. It was a very relaxing time listening to Awdry and Tim's dulcet tones.
There were 4 carriages, 1 brake van, and frankly, look, there's one of the engines right now. Hello. And a motley selection of wagons in various states of disrepair. The track was held together by thoughts and prayers. Some say the line is not still like that now.
This time, when I got to Abergynolwyn, I went to see the exhibition there. Finally was the big finale photo.
If you Albert, look here. Love you, Albert. Fuck you, man.
Watching all the engines getting into position was really nice, although the chanting was a bit much for me. But oh well, I again made my own fun by pulling faces. Finally, I got a few passing shots of the engines going down the line before heading back to my accommodation. I had a great time at Awdry Ex this year. I made some new friends, repaired them with others, and got to chill with some of my closest friends in the whole world. I could go through a whole list of friends that I'm really grateful to have, but I know I'd forget someone by accident. So instead, I'll say you know who you are, and I'm really happy to have you in my life. Honestly, I didn't even film that much this year because I was so busy chatting to you all instead. I hope that even without an Awdry event, I'll get to have so many of my friends in the same place at the same time. But the story of the holiday doesn't end there. The next video will be about the week after Awdry, where I go to the Festinio Railway and the TR on a regular running day. I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you for watching.
Now technically I made it. It's very zoomed in.